Hello and welcome to April's Game Haul. So let's get started with all the goodies I got in April. First off, not a game but a cable for my Wii so I can hook it up and get the best quality graphics out of it because it only goes up to 480p, so no sense in doing anything HDMI or spending the extra money. So the few dollars for a cable for the component cable here works wonders for the picture. Next we have Steel Talons on the Sega Genesis. I like these flying simulator kind of games. I don't know why, but because usually they don't turn out to be all that great, but I have not tried this one, so we'll see how it turns out. And Miss Pac-Man on, I got a label on the back of this one. Let's go ahead and get that out of there. Miss Pac-Man for the Game Boy. I believe that is the Game Boy itself and not the Game Boy Color. Game Boy Color games were in black or clear also, but it only says Game Boy on it, so I believe it's for the Game Boy. You may have seen me play this one, Donkey Kong for the Game Boy, which was enhanced for the Game Boy Player for the Super Nintendo. That gave it the ability, it adds color to the normal gray-green scale of the Game Boy. But I did post gameplay of this, and I will put a link to that video in the description below. This not necessarily is a game, but it is a Disney video for the Game Boy Advance. They put videos on Game Boy Advance cartridges. Nickelodeon, Disney, Shrek, the movie Shrek, Shrek 2, and Shark Tales were all on these little video things. Not the best picture quality, but for kids, if you have kids, you put this on in the back seat, throw the headphones on them, and let them go. They got SpongeBob, Fairy Godparents, those kind of things. Those are good to have. I'm looking to get the whole collection of all of these. Gorf on the Atari 8-bit computer line. This is a great port of the arcade game, and one I had as a kid. I loved this game. It's a lot of fun. I will be posting gameplay of this soon. For my nephew, comes around, he likes the Sesame Street counting game on the Nintendo, so I got the one for the Genesis, Counting Cafe, Sesame Street. Haven't seen it, but he went with me and helped me pick it out, so he should get a lot of fun out of that one. You'll see that one soon. He may be guest starring on that video. Rampage on the NES. Based on the arcade game. I had tons of fun playing this, and I recently had the nephew playing it on the arcade collection on the PS2, and the PS2 controller is a little difficult for him, but with the NES controller, 2 buttons, he can handle that easily, so he's going to have a lot of fun. In this one, we'll play it together, and he loves that kind of stuff, and so do I. It's a lot of fun. Next up, Winter Games on the NES. Played a ton of this on the computers as a kid. Had it on the Atari. Would go over to my friend's house, play it on his Commodore computer. Tons and tons of fun. Another flight simulator on the Sega Genesis, MiG-29 Fighter Pilot. This is great because it is a complete in-box game, and the box is in really good shape since it's like 30 years old, 20 years old. I think it's 30 years old. I think it came out in 89, I think it was, or something like that. But anyway, not bad. It was well kept, well cared for. And Spider-Man on the Genesis. My nephew picked this one out too. No instructions, but it does, it did come with the case, and it's not bad. Clamshell plastic cases. I did like that the Genesis did these, and Nintendo just had cardboard, but I did like these collector clamshell boxes. Really protected your game and the manuals, and was, sturdy. But I love the artwork. I can't wait to play this. You'll probably see that on my Game of Day series coming up. If you haven't seen that, there'll be a link for that in the description below as well. Next up, BMX Airmaster, which is a bike simulator for the Atari 2600 and 7800, even though it's a 2600 game. They're just advertising that it will play on the 7800. I haven't played it, but look forward to. It should be fun. And last but not least, for the Odyssey 2, it is Monkey Shines. Don't know much about the game, but it goes towards my collection of Odyssey 2 games. There weren't a lot of Odyssey 2 games, so I don't know how many I have to get the complete collection, but this takes me one step further. I'm not trying to collect them all, but whenever I see one I don't have, the Odyssey 2 was fun. Not as graphically popular, or not as graphically intense as the Atari or the Intellivision at the time, but it does have some fun games on it, and I look forward to figuring it out and playing it. I got a feeling you're being chased by monkeys, and it's like a maze game or something from the looks of it. But they just had cool cartridges, and it looked like, they made it so you could pull it out. So that's it for the April game pickups. I was checking to see if I missed any, and I did not in the stack. Good additions to the game collection. I look forward to hooking up the Wii with that cable and getting better picture quality out of it. And if you haven't done so, check out my Game of Day series. Every day I'm playing a different cartridge-based game for the Atari, the NES, the Game Boy Advance, the Game Boy, the Genesis, all these games that are cartridge-based, but only consoles. I'm not doing my computer series. So I'm doing as many as I can. Every day I do one a day, and all of the games will get through there. It's going to be a long series, probably a year, probably over a year. Let's be honest, over a year. But I'll have a link to that in the description below as well. And thank you for joining me. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button, and you get notified when I post more videos like this or when I go live for the Game of Day series. Game of Day series is always live. What else was I going to say? Oh, yes. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Give me a thumbs down if you didn't like the video. Leave comments if you played any of these games and have any memories or thoughts on them. And I look forward to seeing you on the Game of Day series. Thank you, and have a wonderful evening.